So Yellowstone continues to be a show that makes you just tilt your head to the side like a dog and go, huh? Why? It really does. The writing on the show is awful. The actors on the show are top notch, and they try to make the best out of what they're given. But when characters just up and die for no better reason, the fact of, oh, time for you to die. I have no other, I have creative has nothing for you, as we used to say in the wrestling business. So they send you away. Um, this episode of Yellowstone season 5, and this was episode number, I want to say this was episode number 12, counting Coup, which we did not realize what this meant until the last 5 minutes of the episode. Um, this episode was all over the place. We got to see Jimmy again, and Jimmy's hanging out with Taylor Sheridan's character, wanting to be a horse trainer, wanting to be, and once again, Jimmy's my favorite character on the show, and I get that he was a stumble bum for maybe the first 3 seasons of the show. Then they send him away, and then he comes back to the Yellowstone to help them out, and everybody's like, "Oh, look, Jimmy grew up. Jimmy wisened up. Look who became a cowboy." And then, not even, a season later, here we are. Jimmy's a moron. Jimmy's an idiot. Jimmy's retarded. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, okay, I thought he grew up. I thought he wasn't a complete stumble bum anymore. But nope, back to being a stumble bum. They can't make up their minds with this character. And of course, he learns of the death of John Dutton, as does Taylor Sheridan's character. Um, we cut then to Jamie, who is in his house. He gets visited by the cops because they're investigating Sarah's murder. And all of a sudden, he realizes she's got documents and everything that proves him connected. So he doesn't let the cops in to his home. And the cops immediately suspect he has something to do with all this. Sorry, guys, going through a toll booth here. Um, Golly, why can't y'all fix your roads, West Virginia? I swear. But I mean, this was smart writing in a way of, hey, you can't come in here without a warrant. And so the cops are just like, all right, we'll come back with a warrant. He immediately goes upstairs, destroys the evidence. That's pretty much all we see of Jamie this time. We then cut to, the meat of the episode, which is they're selling off all their cattle. They're wanting to sell off the show horses. They're wanting to sell off any of the horses that they're not using. So they're liquidating their assets because they know the federal government's taxman's gonna catch up with them sooner or later. So there's that. Then they cut to this deal with this horse who's been troublesome for a few episodes now. They've been talking about this horse who's ornery and mean and can't be trained. So Carter is in the stables, doing his duties, cleaning up the horse shit, watering the horses, feeding the horses. He gets to the stall where the bad horse is. He's been told don't go in there alone, but he goes in there alone anyway. Again, lazy writing, and he gets kicked and cornered. Colby just so happens to wander up upon them because they've sold this horse, and Rip has ordered Cody to get him over to Billings into the livestock auctions or whatever. So Colby finds Carter pinned up in the corner by this horse. He goes in there to save him. As he's distracting the horse kicks him and he dies. Now that is truthful. If a horse kicks you hard enough and in the right place, you're dead. There ain't no coming back from that. It is dangerous work. So Colby is the one who dies after just talking to Teeter that day and him telling her that he loves her for the first time. Oh, nope, we got to kill him. So then we get a phone call down to Texas, and The ranch hands, the bunkhouse people down there in Texas, including Teeter, who is his Colby's love interest, gets told that he's dead, and everybody's all sad, and we're still back now. We're herding up the cattle that are down in Texas. That we just moved down to Texas. This is I'm sorry. This is how Kevin Costner screwed everything up by not wanting to fulfill his duty and see this thing out. This is how he screwed everything up. We moved them down there in the mid-season finale, and not 4 episodes later, we got to move them right back up because you got no reason to be down there no more. We're selling off everything because the governor's dead. John Dutton's dead, so we got to, find a way to reverse everything we've done up until now. I blame nobody but Kevin Costner for this. He left him up, you know what? He left him up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, as they say. So then at the tail end of the episode, throughout the episode, Jamie's talking to his war buddy, who's now a mercenary, and they found out who the head of the mercenary group is, who Sarah had hired to take out John Dutton. So we see this guy at his daughter's soccer game, this Merc. And I swear to God, they could not have made this man look more, I'll say it, gay. He's got these short shorts on and these crew socks and this polo shirt, and I'm just like, is this dude gay? Why are they making him dress like this? But then we find out he's got a wife and daughter. And Jamie basically holds the guy at gunpoint in his car after the big soccer game, points a gun at his daughter, basically says, hey, you leave if you try to cover your tracks and it leads back to my family, I'm going to kill you. And what this means is that he does not want the mercenaries going after Jamie. He wants to go after Jamie himself. So I don't think we'll have to worry about this mercenary group really trying anything real heavy. They may try to get revenge on Jamie for what he did here, but I don't think it's gonna go very far with them. I would not be surprised if the way Taylor Sheridan writes things, if this is the last we see of those guys. And okay, warning, point taken. There we go. So that was my opinion. We're killing people off for no need. Unless this actor who plays Colby is going to go off and do something else, there's no reason to get rid of him. And once again, the majority of the episode is filler until the last 5 minutes when we get into the whole Casey versus the mercenaries bit. Which I have a feeling the last 2 episodes of this are going to be just like that. We're going to dabble around and play filler until about the last 10 minutes of the episode, then it'll all be good. I do want to talk about the fact that they said there's only 2 episodes left until the season finale of Yellowstone, not the series finale of Yellowstone. Now, one of 2 things here. One is that, yes, we are going to get a 6th season of this show. On the other hand is, this promo was written before the season aired, and, they could have, two episodes left before the season finale, they could have pulled that soundbite from last season and reused it. But I don't think so. I think that we are going to get a 6th season. I don't see how you're going to drag another 6 seasons out of this mess. But they're going to find a way to do it. But yeah, that's my review of this episode of Yellowstone. It's just a lot of filler. It's a lot of junk. A lot of needless deaths for no reason. They done ruined this. This is ruined. It's been ruined. Honestly, it never was that great of a show to begin with. In all honesty, it really wasn't as big as people made it out to be. Yes, there's a lot of TV shows like Sons of Anarchy that sucked in the last 2 seasons as well. But I haven't found any redeeming quality in any of the main characters of this show. I hate everybody who's on it. Again, the actors have to make chicken salad out of chicken, you know what? So it's just the writing is terrible. The writing of this is god awful. And I don't have any hopes for that Landman show. The first few episodes of that, or first episode of that I watched, looked awesome. But because it's done by Taylor Sheridan, I don't have any faith in it long term. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. We'll see you down the road.